Hi. So today we're going to talk about stories and storytellers. This is chapter 8 of your English supplemental subject. So at the background there's a castle you can see. It's the Neuschwanstein Castle. It's a 19th century hilltop palace in Bavaria, Germany, and it was also the inspiration for the castle in Disney's Sleeping Beauty. So before we read, let's do some predictions. Who were the brothers Grimm? What kind of stories did they write? Who were their stories for? So today, the Grimm's tales, such as Red Riding Hood, are read and enjoyed in over 160 languages. Okay, so Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm were two young men from Germany who loved a good story. As university students, they became interested in folk tales, traditional stories that people memorized and told again and again. They began to collect traditional folk tales from storytellers all over Germany. Many were similar to stories told in France, Italy, Japan, and other countries. Between 1812 and 1814, the brothers published two books in German. These included stories like Hansel and Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood. The collections became known in English as Grimm's Fairy Tales. Now let's talk about darkness and magic. The Grimm brothers' tales reflected traditional life and beliefs. For example, forests are common in Germany, and this image often appears in the Grimm stories. In the past, many people believed forests were dangerous places. In the Grimm stories, a forest is the home of evil witches, stalking animals and other magical beings. Children's stories. Although most people today think of these stories as fairy tales for children, the brothers first wrote them primarily for adults. Many of their early tales were dark and a little scary. Later, the brothers changed the text of some of the original stories. They softened many of the tales and added drawings. This made them more appropriate for children. Like the early tales, though, each story has a moral. Work hard, be good, and listen to your parents. And if you notice, guys, there are words that were highlighted. These are the definitions of those words. Memorize, meaning to learn something so one can remember it exactly. Collect means to gather together or to accumulate. Publish means to issue either books, newspapers, etc., for sale or distribution to the public. Reflect, meaning to mirror or give a true idea about something. Magical means wonderful or mysterious, although used to introduce a contrasting statement. Primarily, meaning mainly or first of all. Scary means something that is frightening. Text means a written material. Appropriate meaning suitable or acceptable for a situation.